It's been a long ass time since I did a religious hoedown. Honestly, I thought it might have been an annual Christmas tradition. Stupid naive sod that I was. Anyway, 4 years later I've decided that I've gotten around to doing the second one in the series. For those of you who weren't around 4 years ago, first of all, shame on you guys. Second of all, you might want to know a bit about this format of episode. Basically, I take 4 video games developed by members of, linked to, or sanctioned by a particular religion. There are certain rules that I try to follow when picking these games, but for some religions, pickings are slimmer than others. The gist of it is that I'd like to pick games that I feel can fairly represent a religion in some capacity. Obviously, games that are made to be hateful propaganda or piss off members of that religion aren't going to be considered, nor are games that are really loosely connected. In an ideal situation, it would be a game made about or for that religion, though I'll also accept games that are made in a country that is predominantly that religion, or is a game made about that religion but isn't connected to it in any tangible way, such as making of a profit. The games and religions are as follows: The Shiva, a point-and-click adventure based on Jewish culture; Ramayana, an RTS CRPG game based on Hindu mythology; Badiya, or Badaya, or delete where appropriate, a survival game based on Islamic culture developed in Saudi Arabia; and 5, The Guardians of David, a Bible game based on Christian and Jewish beliefs. I'm gonna call this one the Christian game, though it could fit in both categories to be honest. So let's dive into the world of religion-based video games and enjoy this culture-rich adventure. By that I mean, let's get overwhelmed with bugs and frustrated as hell with bad game design. Let's go! This one is, oh dear. So Ramayana is an RTS game based on the great Indian epic by the same name. It's the story of how Rama and Lakshmana, I probably should have learnt to say that before I started recording. But anyway, they get a monkey army together to defeat a demon army and defeat a demon king to save Rama's wife. I swear to Christ, if they've made this game any less epic than it should be, I'm gonna be really, really mad. Right off the bat, you notice that Ramayana has quite a baffling design choice to it. No, not the fact that everything looks like AIDS. I mean, the lifted asset from Warcraft. Yes, I shit you not, the development team opted to take several characters from Warcraft and just plop them into the game, which is shockingly noticeable because they're the most competent models. They even managed to screw them up by making the face look like a botched facelift. I get that they were trying to give them monkey features, but monkeys do not look this fucked up. Immediately everything feels stilted and weird as fuck. It doesn't really look bad in screenshots, but these buttons don't respond very professionally, and the whole thing feels like it was held together with duct tape. I screwed around with it a little and found that I was able to get a decent resolution, but the game looks like arse, so I don't know what good that'll do. They hold up their best asset, i.e. the one they didn't make, to start us off with. Because that's good, you know, just steal something to use as your best foot forward. So there's a text scroll that we're supposed to read, but apparently they managed to fuck that basic feature up by making it so that the text is either always moving or not moving at all. So unless you're willing to turbo read through this shit, you're SOL. I opted to watch the video, but the video has a completely different phrasing of the story. I'm hoping that I didn't miss anything important.
In a world where justice reigned over gold.
Oh, so it's a fantasy. So, some shit involving a wedding happens. They try to take out this red dress guy, but the other one epically throws himself into the battle. Honestly, a lot of this shit is happening so fast I can barely even comprehend what I'm looking at. From what I can tell, one dude is a reincarnation of a god, and that dude wants to marry someone and someone doesn't like that. Then, after murdering a deer, there's a flying machine and... What is this? Then, this stupid fucking bird from Lord of the Rings War in the North shows up. I thought I saw the last of him, but apparently not. Like his avian ass self, he fucks up horrendously and falls to his death after getting sliced. You stupid sanctimonious pigeon. Then this freakish dude with 8 heads who resembles that crazy bitch from Evil Within 2 laughs, and it's pretty weird. No! So then we watch this monkey fuck do squats. Don't ask, I don't know.
Left click a unit to select it. Click and drag cursor to draw a box to select multiple units together. When they are selected, right click on.
So Lady Damocles narrates the gameplay, despite the fact that they have this one Indian dude serve as the narrator, and he was quite capable. Now they need a robot woman to do the rest of it. Oh, and the characters are also voiced by Microsoft Sam's cousins. Isn't that nice? No, it's not. Who the fuck thinks, yes, this is what players want to hear? Honestly, it's just lazy. Nobody is going to be invested in shit that uses text-to-speech, unironically, for its character voices. So the objective is to move them from flag to flag. They must survive. I then find a village that I can do fuck all with, which is nice. So then we meet the stupid fucking bird again, who has nothing but excuses to offer us. I wish I could turn him into a chicken tikka masala, but sadly the game won't let me. So Rama tells him that he can now take a rest in peace. And the stupid fucking bird just slumps and dies. It's nice that he waited for permission to die, I guess. So I run around like a bellend until I notice this flag, and I realise that I'm supposed to go south a little. Except not, because that doesn't work. I then find my first enemies, some sword guys and a pig. The pig makes the same noise over and over again, so it can annoy you to death. The combat has little to no strategy, just run over and hope you beat the enemy or die. Regardless, I'm happy. So I finally reach the flag, but it doesn't work, and this stumps me for several minutes before I realise that I'm a flag ahead. It'd be nice if they didn't show up until you were able to use them, or at the very least make the right one distinguishable from the others, or I don't know, this might shock a few people with how avant-garde it is as an idea, but how about we have some actual level design? So you can't just run to the end of it immediately. I then encounter this twat who got stuck inside a rock, and for some reason, Boy starts attacking him. I then find some sort of quadruped Vortigon, but attacking him does no good. I then find this fucking bitch who thinks that she's Jesus Christ, walking on the water. For shame. I then find the real flag, after several minutes of screwing around, and can advance the story. It's about fucking time. So then I have to fight this Vortigon creature who is easy as piss. It dies, I win, huzzah. On death it turns into fucking Tinkerbell. What the fuck? Oh, Tinkerbell, my winged friend, I think we got it wrong. Apparently Stinkerbell here was cursed and turned into an ugly demon by Indra, but killing his ugly demon form set him free. Also deer. Also, I have no idea what anything I just said meant, but that's the story I'm telling. Also, victory is mine. Text-to-speech bitch is about as happy as text-to-speech bitch can be.
Great.
What? We then move on to the next chapter, in which we have to assassinate a jackass in the middle of a field, surrounded by monkeys and other abominations. I'm going to be straight up and say that this mission is fucking impossible. It's a stealth mission in an RTS game. That probably already sounds like AIDS on toast, but it gets worse. You hide in foliage, and I've not been able to find any more than 50% camouflage, even in the depths of the thicket. If I manage to get behind the target, I eventually have to blow my cover to attack him, which means I fail the mission. What a load. I don't know how to beat it, and to this day I haven't found a walkthrough online that shows me. I know that moving here does cause these two assholes to attack each other, but that's about it. If they attack me or I attack them, I fail, and them attacking each other doesn't really change anything at all. You know those stealth games like Metal Gear? It's nothing like that. There's no ability to get less detected, and there's no prone position or tactical gameplay. It's just running around trying not to get caught like a dumbass. It's the ultimate in lazy game design. It's how I made shit as a kid. Honestly, this is not a game that's anywhere close to finished. Every level in this game was likely done in about an hour, at best. At some point, my cursor turned into a white square, so that made it more shit for everyone. Anyway, there was only so much of this shit that I could take, so I gave up on it. Fuck this game. Ramayana is the best thing since genital warts. Honestly, I know that people were dismissive of it, and I genuinely wanted to give it a chance. I wanted to play it all the way through if possible. But no, as far as I'm concerned, it can't be done, and even if it can be, it's not worth the effort that it would take for you to do it. The game looks ugly as sin. It looks like a PS2 launch title at best. It somehow looks worse than Warcraft 3, and that came out in 2003. Its storytelling is abysmal, with fuck all properly explained, and whilst it's cool that they have animations, they don't serve to aid the story in any way. And in all honesty, I don't even know if they're connected. Like, for the amount of visual aid that they provide, they could be completely unrelated to the story and I wouldn't even know at this point. Another game on this list, 5 Guardians of David, does most of what this game does better right off the bat. It's a competent game in its field, it tells a story through pleasing visuals, and it doesn't look and sound like complete arse. This shit isn't even in early access. What the fuck? It's kinda sad that the religion that brought us the best game during the last hoedown has now brought us the worst one. I mean, how could the next games possibly outdo this one? Look at this one, Badiva, it was made by... Oh, shit. Did he shoot a nose off?